welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be focusing on the PCM. You've probably seen when I've driven the Cayenne recently and also the 718 a couple of years ago, I was quite impressed with the leap forward in terms of the infotainment. The problem for me is that the navigation is really out of date now. Inputting an address seems to take an age, and it's difficult to find like specific places like shops or things that weren't around when the car was made. And I'd like to do something here. I thought about upgrading the nav, but even then I still don't have DAB radio and things like that. The good news is there are a couple of products on the market that allow us to upgrade the PCM and offer CarPlay and AndroidAuto, either wired or wirelessly. The two products that I considered were the ZHOYITO unit, which I have here, but also the Unichip unit, which is sold via a UK company called NMAutomotive. The good thing about this one is it's less expensive, and it seems to have good reviews. The bad news is that installing them is a little bit more complicated. They all come with a box. You then have to run some cabling from the box to the PCM, and the daunting part is that you have to install a circuit board inside the PCM to allow the touchscreen to work, and it basically piggybacks in the middle so that you can select a new menu inside here. You still retain all the existing functionality, but what you're doing is basically adding a new input to the PCM, which controls your various inputs such as a rear camera, a front camera, your CarPlay or your AndroidAuto interface. You can even play videos and movies and things, and it really is that good. When I install this, I want it to be hidden. I want the cabling to sit along the existing loom of the car. I want it all taped together. I don't want a microphone sticking out here or anything like that. The car, when you sit in it, I really want it to be as it was. And that's what I'm attempting today. So wish me luck. I'm going to go do it.
As you can see, the PCM is completely open now. We are absolutely at the point of no return. We've installed the 3 additional extenders. The pack comes with 6, so if you have DAB radio or the satellite radio module, then you would bring it up even higher, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need to. plate, install and push down, and make sure the cable is touching the pins on the correct side.
I'm going to put the JoyeAuto box right in there in that gap. I think that is honestly the best location. So we need to put this in the footwell and then run these cables up to the back of the PCM. Now I have to feed the USB cable to the console.
Away. In behind these wires, in behind the carpet, you can just see it there, and then it's gonna go through. So we'll pull that here,
and onto the final cable now that we need to route. This is the one with the fuse, and it's the one that basically bridges the loom from the box to the PCM. I'm actually going to use the fuse box on the driver's side because the OBD port is down on the left.
behind the carpet, behind the pedals, and to the fuse box.
You need to make sure that the wires are allowing the unit to slide all the way back in. Done. Okay guys, the hard work's done. Now for the moment of truth. That was a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. Not so much the installation of the circuit board in the PCM, more running the cables in behind the dash and along the console. I really hurt my knuckles and things like that. And you're in very uncomfortable positions, so it's not something I'd be looking to repeat anytime soon. But if you're still with me, surely all of that deserves a subscribe. Help me get to 2,000. It would really help me. I really appreciate it. Anyway, let's try and see if this works. I'd be very upset if I'd broken the PCM. Okay. The good news is we have a screen. We also have a touch screen. The instructions say we press the Navi button. Good. And now it's brought me into the setup menu.
Because I don't have any cameras fitted, I just have to make sure these are turned off.
Okay, and now my phone has appeared on the menu, so I assume I click on that, yes. We're now attaching my phone. This is AndroidAuto we're going to look at, by the way.
And there we have the AndroidAuto launcher. So in here, I've got various apps that I have already installed on my phone.
You can connect it wirelessly or through the USB cable I've installed in the armrest. It's really up to you. But this is the main menu, and you have a selection of apps that are predefined by the AndroidAuto system. But in mine, I have it set up so I have a radio app, which is basically the equivalent of DAB radio, but done through 4G. I have streaming service, Amazon Music, but I've got Spotify as well, and also navigation, Waze or Google Maps. Now, both of these are really good. Waze in particular I really like because it's updated by users and people can add things like potholes on the road, roadworks, which is really cool. It all works in the touch screen. You can go through everything. Now CarPlay will be similar. I'll maybe do a comparison video on that at a later date, but this is AndroidAuto.
I understand you can have your WhatsApp messages or your text messages displayed and played through the speakers. And you can also respond using the microphone.
Can you navigate me to the event in my calendar today?
There's one entry for today. At 1 PM, you have cars and coffee.
Let's go, and I'll show you the navigation on the way.
I need fuel.
Well, that was fun. Great to do a Cars and Coffee again. Some really nice cars out too. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions on the installation, the product itself, AndroidAuto or CarPlay, please let me know. I'll probably do a video comparing the two systems soon. But if you enjoyed it and you thought it was useful, please hit the like button. It means a lot to me. It helps me. Subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.